Greetings everyone, I am Chirag Mittal and I am going to present my fourth semester Cloud Computing and Operating Systems project with you. So I have prepared a chat app which uses MERN stack in the tech stack, and I would also like to thank Dr. Anime Chaturvedi sir for giving me this opportunity to present my project. So let's start. So the tech stack or the architecture of my project is MongoDB, Express, React, and Node, which is also called as MERN stack. So as you can clearly see, in MERN stack, M stands for MongoDB, E stands for Express.js, R stands for React.js, N stands for Node.js. And so I have used some more libraries with this. So these libraries are provided by the MERN stack community for easy development. In the backend, I have used bcrypt.js, which is a library which provides us with methods to encrypt the details. So for encryption, so basically in my backend, the password field of the user has been encrypted, so the database administrator could not log in with his ID and chat with somebody else in his chats. So I made sure of that. And for .env is used for securing my URIs from the other users. So whenever I upload my code to the GitHub or any version control system, so this thing is ignored by the Git. Express async handler deals with the async errors and it handles it pretty well. So JSON Web Token is used for authentication. So this JSON Web Token creates a token every time a user logins or signs up and keeps on checking the token if the user tries to access any restricted domain of our website. So in the backend, I've also used MongoDB as I told in the previous slide. So for that, for the connection purposes, so they are provided with a Mongoose, this library called Mongoose, which provides us methods to communicate with the MongoDB database very easily. And for running my server, I have used Node so that monitors the changes in our code and updates it accordingly. And for the chat to be real time, I have used Socket.io in the backend and in the front end, I have used Socket.io client. So these two communicate from front end to backend so that we can make our chat app real time. In the front end, I've also used Chakra UI. So that is a library which is provided by React, and this makes it very easy and convenient, and it creates very highly interactive user interfaces with the help of components which are given by Chakra UI. And I have used Axios. So this library uh, c- this library takes the data, the API. This library deals with the API requests which we make from the front end to back end and gets the data from back end to front end. And at last, I have used font awesome icons so that our user experience is very great because we want to ensure that our user is able to recognize the button with the help of just a symbol. So I have used icons for that. So now let's talk about the project and the features which I have made. So as said in the previous slide, so the authentication part has been done by JSON Web Token, and the token is generated automatically and keeps on checking when we access the result items in our website. In the password field, I have encrypted it with Brick.js. I'll explain the code and the functionality and the demo after the presentation. So in the front end, I have used, as said before, I have used Chakra UI, and the front end is based on React.js. Since React.js is a front end library, and I have used well-known icons and widgets to make the user better user experience. So one of the great features of for my app is one-on-one chat. So there is no meaning of a chat app without one-on-one chat. So I've created this feature. So This this feature is made possible with the help of various APIs. So first of all, we need to search the user which we want to chat with, and if we have already the chat with the user which we want to chat with, so the chat will be returned, and if we don't have any previous chat, then it will create a new chat. And yeah, so for sending messages, I have also used APIs to store my message into the database and bringing to the front end. And then I've used socket.io for querying and getting, so for making the chat app real time, according to the database changes. And there is this typing indicator feature which you might have seen in the WhatsApp. That feature also has been implemented in my app, and that feature provides us with typing indicator that lets us know that the other person is typing something in the chat. So here is a screenshot of my working of my app. So here is the first user. In the left, we have the first user. In the right, we have the second user. As you can see, the first user is named as Chirag Mittal and the second user is named as Chirag Mittal Edge. And both are chatting. So and as you can see, so after this first chat, in the second chat, I have placed this icon. And here in the first message itself, I have placed the icon. So I have written code for that, which makes sure this there is icon is mentioned after a group of chats and not after every chat to make our experience very user friendly. So there is also feature of group chat. So for a group, we have an admin. So I have made sure of that. So we can search a user, to add a user, we can send messages. So we have real-time updation using socket.io, changing the name of group, removing the user from the group, and this thing can be only done by admin. However, if a person wants to leave the group himself, he can leave that. But if he wants to remove someone from the group, he has to be the admin. So here is a screenshot of my chat app, which is in group chat mode currently. So as you can see, this is the name of the group, demo group chat, and the users have messaged each other. So this user has messaged that, hello guys, I hope you are doing fine and have created this group chat to discuss our work. So as you can see, this message has reached every user. So yeah, and this user has also sent some message which is available here and here, and this user has also sent some message which is available here and here. So there are no features into the app, and let me discuss those as well. So as I said, can only admin can remove the user from the group. Individual person is free for leaving the group. Any user can change the name of the group according to his or her will. So there are some miscellaneous features in my app. So the uh, so every chat gets updated real time just after every message is sent, and they can and basically if the user is currently in not a chat in which a message is received, so there is a notification icon which I have placed at the top of the website where the notifications are displayed for us every user, and if he clicks on that, he gets to know what are the 100 chats which are there in his chat, and he can click on it and go on to the chat which he has not read yet. And there is typing indicator which is, as I said, implemented using socket.io. And let's just talk about this in a while. Then we have the code. So for the backend, the code execution starts from this file server.js. The code's execution starts from this server.js, and I've imported here express.env connect so I'll explain everything. And I'll set up the basic express app, and after that in the connect this file is taking the MongoDB URI from my env file, as I mentioned in the .env here you can see. So this is my MongoDB URI, which is responsible for making connections to the database. And here I have placed everything into a try catch block. So error handling has been done. If this connection to the database fails, then this message will be triggered and the user will get to know that the error was there, and that is why we were not able to make the connection to the database. And yeah, so this was it about connection to the database. And then I have created these routes. So so as you can see, these routes are user routes, chat routes, and the message routes. So the user routes is responsible. So here is the file. So user routes is responsible for dealing with the user stuff. So basically register, login, and searching the user. All of the things are managed by this. And there are controllers for this, as you can see. So here is the get request for all users. So this all users is responsible for searching the user. Then register user is for registering, and this auth user is for login. And then we have this. Then we have this controllers in the user controller section. That's all about the user routes. Then we shall go into the chat route. So in the chat routes, I have this chat model. So what will be that structure of our chat? So here is it. So there will be a chat name. There will be a field which will be shown as, is this a group chat or not? So it is a boolean, and initially it is false, because initially every chat will be a one-on-one chat. But if we create a group chat, then this field will be set as true. And there is a users array. So why I have created this array? Because if this chat is a user, if this chat is a group chat, then there will be multiple users, and we don't know how many of them are in the other chat. There can be five, there can be six, there can be any number of people. So this users array will store their IDs, which we can query later. This is the latest message field. So this thing will store what is the last message that we have sent in the group, in the group or in the chat. And this field is the group admin field. So for a single chat, this is not making any sense. But if this is a group chat, then this will this will have a this will have a user ID, which will be pointing towards a user, which we can make as admin. So this was the chat logic. And yeah, so chat controllers, here we have it. So access chat. So as you can see, I have written these comments for better readability of the code and maintenance. So what this API does is creates and fetch one-on-one chat. What do I mean by that? So let's just look at it. So the user ID will be coming from the front end of the app, which will mean that we want to create a group chat with this user and the user which is logged in. So if there is no user ID found, then we will set that this is not a valid request. Then we will find that user, and then we will create the things, and yeah, that's how it goes. And if this chat is supposed to be a group chat, then we have to check whether the users are greater than two or not. So for that, here I have this create group chat controller. Here I check if the users are less than two, then I need to throw more than two users are required. And if everything is correct, then I create the chat and give the access to the user. Similarly, I have the rename group chat. So as I explained in the slides, that the renaming of the group is also very essential, because there the group is, because previously the group might have been created for some different use, but now it is used for different use. So we need to have a feature where we can change the group chat name. So the chat ID and chat name will be will be taken from the front end, and we so this chat name is the new chat name, and then I update into my database, and then I give control to the user. Remove from the group. So this API is responsible for removing any group from the user. So if a user sends that if I want to leave the group, so he will be providing his user ID and chat ID, which he is currently in, and then I query into the database and I remove the user and I then give the control to the user again. Add to the group. There we have a similar kind of API where we have the user ID, we have the chat ID, and these things are responsible for um, adding a person to the group. So we'll be having a chat ID which the person wants to get in, and we have a user ID which the person we want to add, and then we add the person into the group, and then I give the control to the user again. And there we have the chat controllers. Similarly, we have the message controllers. So these APIs are responsible for sending and fetching the messages. So all messages is for fetching the messages. So for any chat, there will be so here you can, as you can see, request.params.chat ID. So I'm getting the chat ID from the parameters which is passed with the front end, and I am querying the database and I'm getting all the chats and I'm displaying it on the front end. And send message. So here is the content. So content means the message. So any message that has been sent, and here is the chat ID to which chat it was sent, and then finally I do all the validation checks. And if I found to be correct, then I send the message or I answer. So let me explain the front end code to you as well. So the execution starts from here, the index.js file, and here as you can see I have this app widget. So these three widgets are for facilitating the React functionalities, and then I have this app. Here in the app I have connected these routes. So first route is for the login with the register home page basically, and then I have the chat page, and I have designed the UI. I have used context APIs to store my variables globally so that I don't have to pass the variables again and again and make my website slow. So I have used that, and here I have created different pages, the chat page and the home page, and that's how my front end is built. So let me show you the execution part. Alright. Here is the execution part of my code. Here, as you can see, currently this user, that is this Brave browser user 1, is logged into my chat. And let me just create another user as the login in the register page. And here, let me just create a new user. So as you can see, this is the another browser. So I'll give the browser name itself, and I'll do this password. Let's suppose I'm entering the password, and the upload picture is not necessary, but we can upload it. If we don't upload, then uh, a default picture will be uploaded. So I'm just uploading any example into this, and this has been uploaded, and I click on sign up. Then I get redirected to my chat. So let me just show you the functionality. So this is the user currently, the another user, Brave user 1, and if I want to search the user, then I click here, then I enter. Um, I can enter the email ID or the name. So as you can see, this is the user, and if I click on it, So the chat is created, and here also the chat has been updated. If I type something, so as you can see that typing indicator is working here. If I send some message, it gets updated in real time. If I send another message, it gets updated here also. Then I send some message here, it gets updated there. And if I hover on this, I get to know which user is this. And if I hover on this, I get to know which user is this. So this is the one-on-one chat feature. Let me show the group chat feature. So, so this is the Chrome browser. So let me name it Chrome. Let me just add a random email, then a password. And as I said, you don't need to add a picture. So let me demonstrate that. So if I click on sign up now, if I click on sign up now, as you can see, an example image has been uploaded to my database. So that's that. And let me just create a group chat. For that, I need to enter the chat name. So let me just say it as a test group, and after that, for adding the users, I can see this. So h.123, h.123. So here's the user. Let me just click it. He has been added, and let me just see the another. So here is the brave.browser.com, brave.browser.com. So this is the user, and if I click on create chat, and let me just show you that for more than we have to be more than two users, else it won't continue. So if I create with go with only two users, and I click create chat, so as you can see, this pop-up has come up that more than two users are required to create a group chat. And let me just add a third user and then create a group chat. As you can see, success message has been popped up. Then I click on this, I send some message. Let me just add more. Yeah. So, as you can see, this test group is here, and it's also here. And if I'm not in that chat, if I'm not in the test group, if I send some message here, it gets displayed here and here. But since I was not in the chat here, so this was not, I'm not able to see. So if I click on this notification icon, I get this message, that new message in the test group. So if I go into the group, I'll be redirected to the group and I can see the message. So here is the group chat. And as we know that this user, so this browser, Chrome browser, was responsible for creating this chat. So if we try to remove any user from this another browser, for example, if I try to remove the Chrome from here, as you can see, only admins can remove someone. This function is also working. Let me show you the so renaming the chat. RENAM. For example, okay. So I left the group. So that functionality is also working. Let me just change the group name from here. So this is the new group name now. So if I click on update, here as you can see, the group has been renamed. The things are working fine. So the cloud features which I showed you in the app, the app is highly available. So the website is ready for use 24/7, and this website works on pay-as-you-go model. But currently this is on the free tier, but we can upgrade it. if our users are coming into the app more frequently, and the app is getting popular, and the app is accessible from anywhere. So it is hosted on Heroku, and so the application is deployed here, which the link will be provided in the and the findings of my project. So in the conclusion, I would like to say that I was able to learn many things with this project. I was able to learn how to deploy my website to the cloud. Then I was able to learn how to make database connections, how to make APIs, how to make queries, how to design a very good front end, and things like that. And the result was this beautiful website which you all saw, which the demonstration was, which the demonstration you saw, and that's all for my presentation.